All right, guys, so today's video comes from the Young America's Foundation. Salute to them. And it's titled English 101, Matt Walsh Takes a Wrecking Ball to Preferred Pronouns. All right, now before I roll the clip, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's keep these numbers going up. Yeah, and I check my analytics. A lot of the people watching aren't subscribed. So what are you guys doing, man? Hit that bell if you're loving the content. But yeah, let's start the clip.
Whenever you refer to me, even if I'm 10,000 miles away, you must abandon the rules of grammar and parrot whatever gibberish I assign to you. That's not only absurd, it's arrogant in the extreme. Okay, the trans agenda has infiltrated our society largely through language, and I don't mean that the gender ideologues use language to make compelling arguments. Not at all. Rather, they manipulate language itself. They make it into their pet. They talk about preferred pronouns, but a pronoun is a grammatical construct.
Yeah, I think one thing you notice with people on the right is we often refer back to traditional things a lot and history a lot. But like he said, it's not that they're making compelling arguments with the stuff that the ideology that they're pushing. They twist and manipulate words to make the language of the argument a lot more confusing. And if you follow them down their path, you could be talking for hours. But you gotta keep things simple. Make room for complexities when it needs to be, but for the most part, keep everything simple, and you'll see through the weeds.
It has to be deployed according to the laws of grammar, not the fickle whims of the individual to whom it refers. You know, if I'm standing on this stage and you want to communicate to somebody else about the fact that I am standing on this stage, you will say, he is standing on that stage. It would be grammatically and factually incorrect, to say she is standing on that stage, as she denotes a human female, which I am not. It would be incorrect to say they are standing on the stage, as that indicates more than one person on the stage, which there is not. It would be incorrect to say Z or Zer is standing on the stage, because that would seem to suggest that there's some sort of space alien on the stage, which, as far as you know, I am not.
I just got to say real quick, too, shout out to Matt Walsh. After dropping the documentary, What is a Woman, I think he's an icon when it comes to this topic, you know, and he put in the work to become so. Just, you know, speaking the truth, spreading the message, and, you know, and that documentary was amazing. A lot of people know about Matt Walsh, people that I wouldn't even expect to have known about Matt Walsh. But they might not even know Matt Walsh per se, but they've heard of the movie or seen the movie. The documentary, sorry.
In a similar way, if I'm standing on a stage and I insist that my preferred preposition is off, it would make no sense for you to respect my preferences and tell everybody that I'm standing off the stage. Now, I may prefer the word off. I may think that I am off the stage. I may identify as somebody who's standing off the stage, but that doesn't change the objective fact that I am indeed on the stage. Prepositions, nouns, and pronouns and verbs, I mean, unless they're used in a fictional story or poem or something, are usually meant to convey objective facts about reality.
So what he's trying to say, the comparison he's trying to make, the point he's trying to make, I guess, is that you can't just say something that isn't true and expect people to believe it and go with it without any contention. I think that's basically what he's trying to say.
If they're not going to perform that function, then they no longer perform any function at all, and meaningful, useful words have been reduced to impotent nonsense. But shouldn't we just be polite and call people by their preferred pronouns anyway? Because it's the nice thing to do. Well,
and I mean, I know I'm not on that side of the preferred pronoun, individuals. But I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, if you struggle with your identity, maybe that's serious. Maybe it means something to you. But I never went through life even caring if anyone called me by my pronouns. Like, I don't know. When I was growing up, things, even though I'm not that old, I'm only 26, things were a lot simpler. People didn't really care about this type of stuff. You know, I mean, I just wanted somebody to call me my name. Don't call me my full name. Call me my nickname. Like, other than that, though, I didn't care. Don't disrespect me. Don't call me out my name. But to make someone call you by your preferred pronouns, if it doesn't make sense to that person, they shouldn't be forced or compelled to have to speak the way you want them to speak. The best course of action would be for you two to just avoid each other if you could, I guess. But I mean, yeah, that's why Jordan Peterson got so much heat, because the supposed rights of other people started to trample on his own rights. So what do you expect people to do at that point?
Answer no, and here's why. First, you don't generally call somebody a pronoun when you're speaking to them. If you want to address a person directly, you just use his or her name. And a name can be whatever you want it to be. I mean, if a woman says her name is Fred, or a man says his name is Sally, I'll call her Fred and him Sally, because names are, by definition, personal, basically arbitrary. Pronouns are objective and also generally more distant. You're usually called by a pronoun when you're not physically present for the discussion. So when somebody insists on a preferred pronoun, he's trying to prevent you from using proper grammar even when he's not in the room with you. He's saying,
like, trying to control your speech from afar, trying to make you scared to use certain words. It's like language bullying.
He's not in the room with you. He's saying, whenever you refer to me, even if I'm 10,000 miles away, you must abandon the rules of grammar and parrot whatever gibberish I assign to you. That's not only absurd, it's arrogant in the extreme. He's trying to control what you say about him when he's not even in the room. That's not how language works. That's not how grammar works. That's not how life works. It's not my job to enforce your self-perception. So you might see yourself as a woman, but that's not how I see you. And that's not what you actually are. And so I can't be required to affirm what I don't believe and what I know to be untrue. And further, it's not my job to adopt your perception of yourself.
Exactly. That's the one thing that puzzles me, and probably a lot of people. Well, it doesn't really puzzle me, but it's just quite ironic that, you know, they claim to be the side of the side that's all about love and don't hate and come together, love each other regardless of our different beliefs and what we think. But they're also the same side that pushes their own ideologies onto other groups of people more than we do. For example, like on the right, like, you don't see me going around bashing people on the head with Bibles. You don't see Matt Walsh doing that, bashing people on the head with Bibles, telling people who they got to vote for, trying to cancel people. No, but the same people that are so loving and inclusive and come join us and you'll have all the love you need, kumbaya, hold hands. Those same people are the real bullies. So I just think that's ironic.
How crazy is it that this is what people think and that so many people just accept it? You know, as I explained on Dr. Phil, I might perceive myself as handsome and brilliant. Please don't laugh at that. But I said, please don't laugh. But I can't require that everybody who speaks about me also have that same perception. I can't say to you, well, I see myself this way, and so you have to see me that way.
Yeah, that's just selfish. It's narcissistic. To go through the world thinking that you're so important that everyone else around you has to bend and twist and conform to what you think they should, what you think they should do or how you think they should live their life is extremely selfish. It's just selfish.
Again, that's just simply not how it works. My self-perception is not a project that the whole world has to take on.
Yep. Like I said, it's selfish. Think bigger. These people need to think bigger than themselves. It's not all about you. You know, that's just that really is just narcissism. It's a cry for help. It's narcissism. It's plenty of things, but these people got to realize that the world is not all about them. It's not fair that a majority of people should have to conform to a very, very, very small minority group of people's way of living. You know, it's just not fair. You don't get everything you want in the grown-up world that we have to live in when you become an adult. You know, you can get by thinking that up until you're about 18. I don't even think you could get by thinking that for too long. You can get by thinking that until you're about 16, 18, but life will kick you in the butt sooner or later. So wake up and smell the coffee. But that was it for the reaction. Shout out to Matt Walsh. Shout out to the Young America Foundation. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Peace.